All right, let's look at the incline press. So when you're setting up for the incline press, we assume that we're doing a medium grip so that as your client lies back, you want to grab the bar so that in the bottom position, the elbows are directly underneath the wrists. So it'll depend on the girth of your client. You'll have to adjust the hand position accordingly. So even before they do the lift, you want to instruct your client to activate the lats and retract the shoulder blades just a little bit so that the back and the torso is nice and firm. You want to make sure that the ribs don't flare out too much as they do the motion. So he's going to lift. Right. And he's going to come down so that I'm going to pause here in the bottom. The arm is about 45 degrees away from the body, and as you see, the elbow is directly underneath the wrist, so that the bar is around mid-chest. It's a little bit lower than the collarbone, but above the nipples for most men. And let's back up. All right.
So now a big mistake you see on incline press all the time is people, they press like in front of their chest, but they would press here in front of their chest. But the problem by pressing here is most of the load is on the delt. Okay, so you really want to make sure that by the time you're done with your extension, your hands are right over your shoulders. Okay, so that's the proper bar path on the incline press. That's how you're going to be the strongest. So if you go back in the bottom, so you see the ribs, the lower ribs should be pulled down so that the abdominal wall is firmly braced and there's no energy leakage. So because a lot of people come back up, Nick, you can rack it. So we stay in a fictional bench press position, arms out. So a lot of people, what happens is as they're pressing, they're gonna push the ribs up. So so see, the ribs are upwards. So here there's no tension. If there's no tension here, the spine isn't stable. And if the spine is not stable, the shoulder girdle is not stable. So the shoulder girdle will automatically negate its power output. So you need to keep the ribs down so that the stomach is fully braced, very tight, all activated. So this way, combined with the activation of his lats in the back, everything is solid. There's no energy leak. There's good points of fixation of the head of the humerus and the shoulder joint, so the risk of injury is very low and the power output will be at its maximum. Another thing too that people tend to forget is feet position. So you want the foot to be right under the knee. Okay, you don't want to be too far in front, or you don't necessarily want to be in a powerlifter's position. Okay, most athletic position, you want the foot right under the knee, a little bit wider than shoulders for solid base. What you're going to do is you're going to push through the floor and externally rotate the feet to get that firm, solid base and get all the lower body involved. Because training, when you're trying to get strong, it's about tightness. You want your entire body involved in the lift.